rest of the way, all the way down to Durston. They're going to have an outdoor classroom and some plantings and things. And we thought it would be really nice if we could have a bench there with Class of 1959 on it.
Oh, yeah.
So we talked to the schools. We have, Garth got some estimates on different bench styles. They run from over 500 to about, what, 800?
Yeah, just under.
But that does not include installation, which the school is talking about, $3,000.
We have a match, we have somebody.
And Garth has generously offered to find some matching funds for every dollar contributed.
Not Garth.
So, what a deal.
Thank you, Garth Stein.
For all the students and people that they're going to have a walkway, for people that are walking through, 2-to-1 match. Every dollar contributed, you're given $2, and talk to your accountant about tax deductible because the schools are tax.
Pencil's right here, yeah. And Garth. Okay, who did I miss? Oh, who did I miss? Delane.
How could you miss that?
How could you miss that?
Celia O'Connor has been instrumental in putting all these little last-minute things together.
Name tag.
So stand up. And then the leader.
Celia did all the name
Is that the Celia that was really smart?
Larry Olson.
Well, I thought I said Olson, but he's getting kind of hard of hearing too. Larry Olson, and of course, the leader of the pack is Delane. Delane from Bothell, Washington. Huh? Oh, excuse me. Mill Creek, which comes up on your cell phone, is Bothell. And I want to say to Syme, it's not brothel. Bothell. And I want to say Jim Terpstra has been outstanding in bringing all of his good stuff here. Judy McCauley as well has been wonderful in putting all of these things together, and of course the family of Judy Puckett and Judy and her crew need to stand up. Yeah, you gotta stand up. But the most impressive duty here has come from our longtime videographer. And he's related somehow to Steven Spielberg. I'm not sure how that works.
Wait a minute.
Nice.
Okay.
Glenn and Mary Jo McGuire White
Glenn McGuire.
have been an indispensable
Close enough.
part of our group here since we started this thing in 1969. So would you guys please stand up and accept our thanks for everything that you've done.
Absolutely.
And there is one thing that we do need to kind of ask you about that we would like to see is the time that you were on the floorboard of Syme's truck and rolled it toward the lake at Bridger Bowl. And when that stopped short of the lake, it was nothing short of a miracle because Glenn White crawled out of there and he was whiter than Garth Syme chasing the truck down the hill. Unfortunately, Glenn could not do a video while he was laying on the floor of the truck. And the thing was, he had no idea where the truck was before he tried to figure out how to apply the brakes. And we all felt it would be a hell of a lot better if you had just let the whole thing go in the lake. Stand up.
Thank you for all the work. This is an amazing class. I think last night you could see the love in this class of each and every person that was out there at Grace's and Gary's house. I didn't elect to be this. I didn't elect to be the matriarch of my family either. But here I am. And I can't believe that it's our 60th class reunion. 5 years ago, my family decided to come to the 9 Quarter Circle. I wanted them to find out the Montana part of me. We had done a lot of travel around the world and done a lot of things, but they didn't know the Montana part of me, and I've always been very proud of that, as I think each and every one in this room is. But it was necessary for them to see that part. And so I said, this is the year we're going to do it. And once we got the reservations, etc., it dawned on me that it would have been our 55th class reunion. And so I contacted Grace and Celia and the group that had always planned it, and I said, if you'll send me the spreadsheet, I'll see what I can do. And it was only like 6 weeks before. So we just had no host appetizers and cocktails at the bar. We had people from the classes forward of us and behind us, which that's been one of the blessings of being the class of 59 versus any other of that decade. We were able to enjoy all the older siblings that we had and all the older friends that we had, our mentors along the way. And when that last 50th class reunion happened, it was sort of sad to see. And so I just think it's important. We all grew up together. We are who we are because of the wonderful educational system that we've had. And it has certainly been fabulous. Look at the accomplishments of each and every one in this room. It's really fabulous. We need to be grateful that we had that situation. We grew up at the very best of times. I appreciate we had the best team that we could have. Grace and Garth and Larry, Celia, and Tom Overturf, I swear, contacted everyone in the nation.
Don't send us any more emails over turf.
We had a great, great team. And then when we got here, we ended up with more team members.
I got a friend who's
With Mary Jo's husband, with Jim, and the whole team. Judy Strang and her family, Judy and Donnie, have always been a very, very special family. And they have all come and they've done stuffing of things and ordering things that I've needed and what have you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for each and every one that has helped make this so that we can have our 60th class reunion. Let's start to dine and let's enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
San Carlos. How much?
Has that changed much?
Well, of course, the new building is now, the old building has been changed.
Oh, I report Jeff and I cut
We couldn't go into it. But, oh yeah, where the ramp was, to get from first floor to second, it's gone. Oh, they took the ramp out. They took that out, the steps. You know what they did for those?
Found this wonderful man.
Thank you.
Anyway, I don't think I've missed any of these. Sometimes Charlie's reunion and our reunion was at the same time. So a friend came with me, which, you know, was kind of like, wow, I've shared this life. But I can tell you that looking around here and even looking at the pictures and the differences that we had when we were in high school, because that's kind of what, I was a high school counselor, so it's like I kind of know that kids, you know, get in cliques and they do this and that and the other thing, and they're not always nice to each other. But my best memories actually are
that we came from a great school, we came from a great community, and had a lot of reminders today on our tour. And, you know, one of our friends in our neighborhood in Auburn, Washington, we took him all around Auburn, and he had been born there, and he said,
God, I thought you said a brand new baby.
Baby sister.
Okay.
Baby sister.
Okay.
Yes, and this afternoon, all four of us met together for the Bensons and the Crawleys and the Hindershots. 80th birthday of my one sister. So it was a fun weekend of lots
I
of.
bet it was.
I don't remember that.
Okay. This is gonna be good.
Now I'm afraid to say anything.
Come on, you'll be all right.
Okay, you're on our table.
This is gonna be on Facebook. Just go for it.
So I just want to say thank you to everybody for letting me be part of your reunion. I lived in Bozeman and went to school here from the time I was in kindergarten until I was I left after my freshman year. And it broke my heart when I had to leave Bozeman because I love this town and I love the school and I love the friends that I had here. And I've never forgotten being here. And so when I was invited, I said, "Are you sure I can come? Are you sure I'm not an imposter?" And they said, "No, come." So then I got here and everybody made me feel very welcome. But then somebody said, "No, you have to carry this sign around with you all
Interloper.
all evening."
You're
So
not
now I'm
supposed
trying not to feel like an imposter again. But I love it here and coming back here just does my heart good, and thank you very much for including me.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm timing you.
And I hope Glenn can keep quiet during while I'm giving my speech. I have a 30-minute speech here I'm ready. No, I was looking at this. Have you looked at this thing? Celia Smith, what a hog about getting scholarships and stuff. Geez, the rest of us needed the money too.
Mary Jo's got nothing. He what?
Consequently, I did not graduate with any of you, but I'm like Gary France. I've attended all the reunions, and I claim you as mine. I know you better than I knew my own. Thanks.
Yeah, you know, Celia, I'm looking at all these scholarships. You know, Smith and Syme were always fairly close to each other. Celia's the only reason I ever got through high school, period.
She can pronounce your name, yeah.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Celia.
No, you guys are good.
And great friends, and everybody's turned out well. So really proud of you. So go Bozeman Hawks.
You know, we are at this table here, and we have this Bozeman High School ski team. Bill Brookhart, Ralph Lockemeyer, Chuck Fulton, and me, and we won the state high school championship in 1960.
Really? All
Bill said we won. Bill said we won the championship in '68, and he didn't pass arithmetic when he.
You got me there.
My only comment about the class, similar to a lot of the others, is I think we were extremely fortunate to be raised in the era that we were raised, and had the education we had versus the education that the kids are getting today with all of the extracurricular stuff that really you should learn from your parents and learn from life. So I'm really happy about having been raised in this community and have the good parenting we've had, and just been a lucky life.
Well, I had two highlights. One was meeting all these people that are so old that I couldn't believe it. And the other was proving to Sharon Erickson that she lives in a barnyard. She allowed me to come to her women's only luncheon, the only male there, which was the nice part of it. And the second part was I got to go explore where our barn used to stand when I was, before I went to high school, where I spent a lot of time. So thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you all showed up to see me. I was disappointed and stunned, and because my name wasn't on that thing. And then it dawned on me that, dang, that's a wrong list. So, you know, it's been a delight to be back to the 60th. The 50th was incredible. I was a bit of a knothead in high school. Did a lot of things that probably shouldn't have. They were a lot of fun. But I come back, and I so much enjoy everybody that's here, and it's really been a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody.
I'm Sherry Clark Ballinger, married to Ken Ballinger, which is one of the reasons I've come to all of these reunions for 56 years. What I want us to remember is another classmate who passed away in this interim, who is Frank Bailey. He's a fellow West Yellowstone transplant as a sophomore. We only went here for 3 years. And his wife Kathy isn't here, and I am told it's because she had prior commitments, but they always came.
I'm Skylar Antonsen, farmer. I was kind of an interloper. Since I didn't go to school in Bozeman, I was in Anthony in a one-room schoolhouse. So I was here for 4 years and climbed on the bus right after school and didn't get in very many clubs. But I've enjoyed this reunion so much, and all of you, and it's just been really good. I feel really blessed. Also, I don't like mics. That's thanks to Mr. Hunt.
Ken Ballinger. Today, some of us went with Dave Swingle on a bus tour of the town, mostly at the schools. And it was such a treat to go through Gallatin High and to go down those old halls and look at the new auditorium. It's quite a thing. Then to go through the Bozeman Senior High School, and as we were walking down those corridors and looking at this room, and that was Miss Russell's room, and that was Gutches's room, it was such a thrill, and it reminded us of how good we had it. Those were good teachers, and they nurtured us well, and we were lucky to have such a staff working for us.
How could I do that? Ever.
I just have to say that growing up in this town and coming back after a number of years, and I read in the newspaper people complain about Los Angeles with the traffic in Bozeman. Hey, this is a really, really nice town, even now. And in the future, it's going to be a great town, no matter what. And I just feel very blessed to live here and have grown up here. And, well, I'm not going to die here. I'm not going to die.
He helped plan this wonderful evening. Let's give him a hand.
You have nothing to say?
I have nothing to say.
That's good.
I'm Judy McCauley Rich, and I'm an interloper also. I left Bozeman after my sophomore year. I thank you all, many of you, for remembering me. I really appreciate that. I remember especially the Irving School people, and I've enjoyed my time here very, very much. And thank you, Delane, for finding me and letting me know.
I'm Kathy Nyman, and I just only went to Bozeman High for a quarter and Gallatin for a year. I'd gone to Rosary before, and my dear, dear friend Kirsten Anderson, who I miss terribly, had said, "Hey, come to Gallatin. It's so fun, and you'll just love it." And so she said, "Come to flight practice. It's in the summer. It's up in the park." And so I dutifully did that and dutifully came and just absolutely loved it. I loved being in theater. I loved being on the flag team. I just loved the educators. I loved everything about it. When we morphed to Bozeman, there were some family issues. When we morphed to Bozeman High, there were some family issues, and I left after only a quarter and went to Great Falls Central and graduated there. But I'm so thrilled to always be invited back. And actually, I was thinking back on the 10th reunion, Kirsten said, "Be sure and come, be sure." I said, I just can't afford it. So her parents gave me the money to come.
We got some friends tonight. Carol Zire isn't here, Deanne Martell isn't here, and who else? I don't want to leave any names out. And then, besides my Donald passing, Linnell Lewis, Martell, and Eddie Seifert, Roger Hamilton, people that my husband and I really enjoyed. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, because we love everybody.
Actually, Albertine Dornbach Scoffer. And I went to Gallatin High as a freshman and then moved to Bozeman Senior High. And there was a big difference in the principal between those two schools. When I was a freshman, there was one person, and I don't remember his name, but would carry a ball and chain once in a while, and he would embarrass me. And I'd see him coming, I'd try to hide. But anyway, Bozeman Senior High, I remember Heine P. Lund would be on the speaker and saying, "We know who did it, and if you come and tell me, it will work for your good." And I always thought, a big difference from Gallatin to Bozeman.
That wouldn't be about a certain pig, would it?
Oh.
We heard about the pig way across the valley.
Well, good evening. I'm Jim Terpstra, and took that tour also today. And as you go through those halls and remember all those teachers we had, it's incredible the power that they had over what we became. Because there's a lot of things that we are.
Yes.
And I never was in sports. I'm not sure why. So I got into music, and I'm still playing in the Fountain Hills Community Band and singing a choir. So a lot of those things still carry with you. And the value that I have, I think, is from the training that we had here. Bob Francham, Hartstead, some of those people are just phenomenal.
As if for all of us, I guess this brings back earlier times. I'm Ward Witt, in case I didn't have a chance to meet you. Ward Witt. It's sort of a 70-year anniversary of an experience for me. 70 years ago, my family moved here to Bozeman, and I went to Longfellow School, so I guess there was a picture of our third grade class there in Longfellow School. That was really a treat to see. I was a little mortified to see myself there in this picture. But one of the great experiences then was having so many people my age in the neighborhood who were very friendly and welcomed me, and I really right away felt like I belonged, and I had many friends, and I'm remembering that was really a great part of my experience. And well, one of them was right here, but he left, he disappeared. That was Craig Bryant.
He bailed on me.
Yeah, he may have bailed on me now. But anyway, Craig Bryant lived 2 doors down, and there are all these people in almost every single house in the streets. Ed the Seafords lived across the street, and it was a fantastic time. I felt like an interloper, but that didn't last for more than a few days. I think right away Craig appeared, and I had a good friend. I had other good friends right there in the neighborhood, and I'm seeing them now. It's really fantastic. And kind of oddly, I'm in New York again, so I came here from New York in a way now. I'm living mostly in New York now, but actually we're still, Joanna and I are still in that house, the same house we moved to 70 years ago. We moved in 49. Our family moved from New York and my father started teaching at MSU, and right now I'm teaching in New York, and we've been here in the summers now in that house, same house. So if you drive down Wilson on the corner of Wilson and Cleveland, that's where we are.
Come on, man. You got something to say.
What is it?
Dwayne's got something to say.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything, but I left California, and I thought the traffic was bad there, but when I got to Bozeman.
Good one.
March of my 8th grade year. And I'll never forget, Grace Shockey reached out to me and introduced me to everybody. She has always been gracious to each and every person that I've ever seen. Bozeman was a wonderful place. My mother was very familiar with the area and knew a lot of people. And I look back on it, and I am so proud and pleased to have been raised here and have had the opportunities that I have. It's a great journey, but it prepared us for each and every journey that each of us has had and brought us back here.
She is the impetus behind
What's that word?
Was, for sure.
What does impetus mean?
Well,
you don't even know what the hell that is. He doesn't know what.
Wait a minute, I've been thinking about that for several minutes here.
She was the calm.
That's probably the most planning that we had in the whole thing. I was thinking of impetus.
Tom, use the word catalyst.
A kind of a catalyst, but I know Glenn doesn't know that damn
not
thing.
impotent.
We were really lucky in those old days, and as I listened to Ward Whitt talking about 1949, can you imagine that big house?
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Glenn.
Say good night, Dick.
Keep going. I'll get you good. Go ahead.
So we had probably the smallest class, but we had the most
there were
brain
some
power.
6 feet tall.
We had the most brain power of anybody. How many of you guys were connected with a Montana State? No, not you. Connected with Montana State University, not the girls of Bozeman.
Oh, okay.
But Ward Whitt kind of epitomized our group. His dad was teaching engineering, and Whitt gets a degree in math. He teaches out of New York. Huh? He teaches all these New York guys about math, and then he starts teaching engineering again. So I remember the smartest people in our class were all connected with Montana State. From Jill to, stand up, who all you guys were part of Montana State when you were here? Your parents were here? Who all was connected with Franks? Who else? Come on, stand up. Jim Krenzel.
What do you mean connected?
What do you mean?
Your parents, your family were working at the university. We had the smartest class and the smallest class, which probably all works together. But anyway, we had a great class, and if you took the IQs of all of our class,
Be 7.
Yeah, it would be 7 at least. In addition to that, we weren't inhibited by all the stuff that kids are inhibited by today. We really had a great class, and not only did we have the people that got a great education, but the entrepreneurial spirit is something that they don't have coming out of school today.
Why do you keep using those big words?
Entrepreneur,
you have no idea what that means.
He's intelligent, that's why.
Okay, now Glenn went to school at Great Falls. And so what can you say? What can you say about Great Falls? Except they went from the first #1 in the state, and they're now 14. Or is it only 4?
Well, but we're very, very happy.
And poor Mary Jo had to go from Bozeman to Great Falls.
No, she went from Bob Gum to me, okay, baby?
Well, I gotta say that I love Bob Gum.
So did Mary Jo for a little while.
Where is Bob Gum? Well, Bob Gum has crossed over the Rainbow Bridge.
Where's he at?
But I gotta say that Bob Gum was a great singer, and he and Olson and Blackwood, when they, he was the vocalist up here.
Didn't you see the TV thing?
But when Olson first saw that, he says, "God, we were just awful." But anyway, Glenn has been an incredible historian for our group, and we're going to put that back on because Terpstra has a bunch of great stuff to show us here. So hang around as long as you can. And by the way, those of you who haven't been back for seconds or thirds, there's a lot of food back there.
Maybe we can get go bags.
Huh?
Tell them they'll give you go bags.
Oh yeah. Can we get some go bags to take back to the hotel? Or
yeah.
There's a lot of food over there. Please don't help yourself.
Because she wants a go bag to go clear back to Florida.
Yeah. Nancy, you want to take a kind of a doggy bag back to